Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Does anybody hear me? No. Nobody's listening to me. Just talking to myself. But that's okay. I can just listen to myself talk and have fun by myself. I can't wait for the day that one day somebody random will comment on my video and say something. So we'll see when that day happens. It will be interesting. And yesterday I was kind of worried about my car, but today I'm not. Today the car feels pretty solid. Acceleration is good, handling is good. The popping sound that I hear during those 180-degree turns, it's not noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable, but not as much. So I guess that's good. Makes me less worried. Maybe because it's warmer today. When it's cold, the car doesn't feel right. So I'm just glad about that. When I drive, I just want to chill. I want to relax. I had a lot of car trouble in the past. And like transmission problems, no, overheating problem. I had to constantly drive fast and rev up the engine so the water pump will circulate faster and cool the engine down. Like if I stop, the airflow on the radiator will cause the engine to overheat, because when you stop, there's no airflow going through the radiator, so my engine got hot. And my guess was it's a blown head gasket. But the shop that I used to go to, that was my ex-father-in-law, he was like, nah, Ian, it's not your head gasket, because number one, you don't have white smoke. Number two, there are no bubbles coming from the reservoir. And you can drive it just fine. It drives fine. It gets hot, but it doesn't overheat. You probably need a water pump or a new radiator where you got air in the system. You need to bleed the system. So I took it to other shops and they were like, dude, you got a blown head gasket. No questions about that. And I took it to Midas. Midas did a carbon dioxide test on the reservoir. And guess what? It was positive. So that was it. Game over. But back then I didn't go back to my ex-in-law's shop. I sold the car. I got me a beater. I got me a Pontiac Bonneville. And after about a month of buying it, paying cash, the third year went out. So slowly but surely I was not able to take off with it. And then I was like, here we go again. I can't drive. And it had no AC. I didn't care about AC. I only care about the engine not overheating. And transmission was fine, so I didn't care about transmission. So I was like, man, I just want a car that I can chill. So now I have this one, and I really like this car. And I can just chill, you know. I can drive slow. I can drive the speed limit. I get good gas mileage. And I don't have to worry about anything. Other than maintenance, I do the maintenance. Like I was thinking about getting me upgrading my graphic card on my PC. But I was thinking, wait a minute. Before I go out and buy crap, well, my graphic card is not crap. But before I go out and blow money on a graphic card, my car needs a tune-up. It needs new spark plugs. It needs a new serpentine belt, because serpentine belt that I have, it's old. It's got lines, and I mean, it doesn't have cracks, but it's showing age that at some point it will snap and break, and then I'll be stranded. So I would rather spend money on the maintenance for the car than blowing money on computer parts that at the end it's not gonna make any difference. I mean, well, maybe it will, but after I get my maintenance done in my car, after I get my spark plugs and my serpentine belt, I also need a coolant flush again. I need a transmission service, oil change, alignment, you know. But these are maintenance, not car repairs. Big difference. This is maintenance, which means that I can do it. I mean, as long as I don't wait until, you know, stuff breaks, I'm okay. I mean, I have time to do it, but it needs to be done, and I will get it done. So I need to worry about that. And I read one comment on YouTube. It said the cheapest car that you can have is the one that you're driving now, and that is true. I don't want a car payment. I mean, car payments suck, but I mean, they're okay because I'd rather have a car payment than have car trouble. If I have car trouble, like if my car starts to give me problems, like it's overheating, and it's a new engine, and you know, it needs a new transmission or stuff like that, something major happens, then I have to come up with $4,000 for a transmission, or another $4,000, maybe $5,000 for a new engine. And the sucky part is that if I put a new transmission on it, would the engine last as long as the transmission? And if I put a new engine, would the engine last as long as the transmission? Because what if I put the $5,000 engine and then a few months later down the road, the transmission goes out? So I put $5,000 in the engine, then I spend another $4,000 on the transmission. So that's what? That's $9,000. So, I mean, it's still cheaper than a new car, but for $9,000, a new car, well, not a 2-year-old car can cost about 20,000 maybe, or 18. So if I put $9,000 on an engine and transmission, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm still saving $9,000 if I put a new engine and transmission. Now, how would I get $9,000 to put a new transmission and engine? But then the car will last me another 10 years. That's the question. Will the car last me 10 years? And then, what if a deer jumps out in front of me and hits my car and my airbags come out and totals my car? What if a bus or a truck hits my car and totals my car? The insurance is not going to give me $10,000. The insurance is going to give me what the car is worth. So they'll give me like $3,500, maybe $4,000, and then I still owe $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. I still owe $5,000 to the place that whoever gave me the loan to get the transmission. That would suck. That is depressing. That I still have to pay that money from my transmission, and still have to get another car, because then I have to pay back the money for the transmission and the motor, and then get a car payment. That is the problem. What if? And another problem is that I get attached to vehicles. Man, I fall in love with cars, man. I can't let them go. I kind of love this car. It's my baby. But I sure drive the hell out of it. But I need to let her go one day. Maybe not. Maybe one more year. This car is 10 years old, but maybe 12, maybe 2 more years. Can this car last me? Can this transmission last me 2 more years? If I keep babying the car, can it last me another 2 years? Then I can buy another car. And then get a loan for the car. But I will get like a 5-year loan, because I drive too much and I'll be upside down. If I get a 6-year-old loan, or a 7-year-old loan, or an 8-year long-term loan or whatever, I'll be upside down. So I need to pay that off as quick as possible. But it will be nice to have a car. I also need a truck. So I don't know. I'll try to keep babying this car as much as possible. Good thing most of the miles are long trips, not stop and go traffic. That's what kills the transmissions. What else is on my mind? Last night I was talking about anxiety and panic attacks and stuff. Yeah, that was like even talking about it gave me anxiety. I can talk about it now, but my point was about anxiety last night is that, and panic attacks, what I was trying to say was that I used to think there had to be a reason for a person to have a panic attack, and there had to be a reason for a person to have fear in general. And I learned the hard way that there is no reason. It just happens. And it happens when you least expect it. And but I mean, the body will give you warnings when it comes. Like, hey, something's not right, something's coming. So just letting you know. So based on that, if you listen to your body, you need to adjust, take a break, take a nap. You know, like right now my body's telling me to get some rest when I get home. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I am not going to get on the computer and play video games, and I'm going to get on the TV, watch TV and do none of that. I am going to get ready for bed when I get home and get the rest that my body needs. Because I learned the hard way to listen to my body. My brain screams at me, do this, do that, do this, do that, do it now, screaming at me. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But my body is quietly whispering, hey, you need some rest. You must rest. We need rest. I need rest. But my body says, no. Rest is for losers. Don't listen to your body. You gotta man up. You're a man. No rest. Rest is for the wicked. But at the end, the body wins. When the body says, I'm done. You did not listen to my warnings. Now I'm going to shut down and cut off. And that's when people have seizures, panic attacks, obesity, chronic stress, just all kinds of stuff. Sleep is very important. And get as much as possible as you can. If you don't have kids, there's no excuse why you should not have no sleep. Or animals. And I'm having difficulties last night getting some sleep in the mornings because the neighbor has a dog, a very loud dog, and that dog barks at anything, is obnoxious, and she won't shut up. She barks at anything, and it's loud. So her bark makes my dogs nervous, so then my dogs start going crazy in the house. And they went out. So I get up, I let them out, even though it's cold, and I'm like, you're all gonna freeze. Because my neighbor leaves his dogs outside. He doesn't care. I mean, plus they're used to it, I guess. But my dogs are not capable to handle extreme weather like they do. They're kind of small dogs. So I let them out. I'm like, look, go ahead, go see what the hell they're barking about, and you will find out that it's nothing. So I let them out. They run outside in the backyard. And I go back to bed. Then they're barking because they want in. And they won't stop barking because they want in. So I get up. I let them in. They're freezing. So they want to come into my bed and snuggle. Okay, come into my bed and snuggle. They get all comfy and all that. Then that stupid neighbor dog starts barking again, and now the dogs want out again. Like, didn't you just see that there was nothing? So my dogs get anxious and obnoxious. They want to see what the hell the neighbor's dog is barking at. So I let them out again. So I say, you know what? You can stay outside. If you all wanna see what the hell the neighbor's dog is barking at, y'all can just stay out there until I need to get up. That's what I do. I feel bad for them, but maybe that's the way they can learn. And I mean, they need to learn. My dogs need to learn to ignore the neighbor's dog. So when they start barking like that inside the house, I'm gonna have to get up and go like, you know, let them know that it is not acceptable to start barking because the other neighbor's dog is barking. Can I do like the dog whisper and look at them and mean it? Like, hey, don't stop raising all kinds of hell because it sucks. So maybe I'll work on that tomorrow in the morning. Because I need sleep. My body's telling me it needs sleep. So that's what I'm gonna do. And focus on my sleep. Anyway, that's all I got. That's my blog for today. As far as my YouTube channel's name, I think I'm gonna name it. I think yesterday I said I was gonna name it My Random Life or something like that. Life Random. But it looks like I'm blogging a lot, so I'm gonna name it my life blog and some numbers. My life blog 620. See how that goes. Or yeah, just name it My Life Blog 620. That's it. Alright. I think that's all I got. No more questions, Your Honor. I rest my case. Peace. Oh, and like, subscribe, and comment.